funny story from last night. So, you know that mode when you fall asleep and like you could, okay, I learned this in psychology in college. You could literally fall asleep standing up. Once you hit REM, everything goes limp, you fall down. So that moment right before that everything like goes limp, don't make jokes about that, and I fall asleep, I was having a pre-dream, like a dream, and I was sparring, right? So I was sparring in the morning, but it was like I was kind of reliving it, and all of a sudden, like right when I hit it, boom, I threw a left jab. And luckily it went over Katie because she was laying next to me. And then I woke up and I'm like, oh shit, are you okay? And she goes, what? I'm like, yeah, I was having a dream that I was sparring and I threw a punch. She goes, I thought I saw a fist fly over me. So I don't know what the moral of this story is. Just that, well, or, you know, that'd be a weird explanation. So where'd you get that bruise? Well, my husband was falling asleep and he just knocked me out. Honestly, I think it was one of the better punches I've thrown. Compose yourself. Composure, okay? Take a deep breath. You ready? Oh, really? Did you see that?
That was a cheap shot. Come on now.
Ready?
All right, let's go.
Are we doing that again?
Go, ready? Let's go.
No. Yeah, this.
Composure. It's been a long day. Didn't have a lot of time to vlog between everything going on. I had a bunch of meetings. I actually my son, Thomas, he actually got honor roll. So for honor roll kids who get above a certain GPA, I don't even know what it is, you get to go to school and they give you, it's called Cocoa Cafe. And you go there and they give you cocoa and coffee and, you know, like donuts and cookies and whatever. And you basically sit down and celebrate your kid doing something awesome. And for me, I don't just want my kids to be great athletes. I want them to be great citizens. I also want them to be great students. And I'm really proud of Thomas, proud of Cammie, who's a straight A student as well. And I'm proud of Preston, who is top of his class in both math and reading in first grade. So I am very excited about what the kids are doing. I'm very excited about the people they're becoming, about the human beings they're becoming, about the future leaders they're becoming. And yesterday I actually sat down and I had Thomas's year-end evaluation with his coach, Coach Scotty. Scott Keena, good friend of mine, Campton United technical director. And Thomas took it so seriously, he actually broke down crying for good. Like, it was such good information, but he was taking it so seriously and absorbing everything that it actually got emotionally overwhelming. And at the end, you know, Scotty and I were like, man, you know what? Some kids, I've given evaluations before. Some kids, the end of evaluations, by then they're just looking around. They're so checked out. Thomas was so into every word he said. I'm so proud of that kid. Everything he pours into everything. And there's not much more to be said, man. Just good kids. So I'm getting ready for next week. Next week, I'm actually flying out to North Carolina to present in front of Europa Sports. Europa Sports is the largest sport nutrition distributor in the world. They're going to be a huge integral part of our business. We're still with Muscle Foods USA. They're the ones who put us on the map. I will always be loyal to them. And we also finalized a lot of things with Vitamin Shop. Our web order went out to them. All of our orders went out to Hy-Vee, the grocery stores. So you're about to see Outright hit at a lot of new locations it's never hit before. And we've created 3 new categories of the Outright bar that I didn't think was possible. But with hard work and diligent patience, we're able to get these done. I can't wait to tell you guys about them. But that's what's going on in my life. Again, like these vlogs, a lot of them will be recaps. Because like when I'm at Europa, Tuesday through Thursday next week, I can't just whip out my camera in the middle of a presentation, right? So I'm going to do the best I can, but I'm going to give you a recap. Now, I've done some thinking, and I really need to talk to my coach about this and my friends, the people I spar with. I've been boxing for 2 years. And through that time, I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned how to fight for the most part. I've become pretty proficient. Actually, again, like I sparred Trey the other day. Trey used to beat the shit out of me. And now it's actually a fair, even fight. And he's a good fighter. And he's taller. He has reach. He has a great power. He has a great cross, a very nice jab. And, you know, right now we give it back. And that was a day I was a bit under. My endurance was shit because I donated blood earlier in the week, and it did affect me tremendously in that third round. So I learned a lot, but I have to be honest with you guys. My heart is in bodybuilding right now. I have one goal and one goal only, and that is to shock every single one of you watching this video. I'm going to shock the world with what I bring to the stage in 2021. In July is Masters Nationals. Before then, I will have to do an NPC show to qualify for Masters Nationals. I have to nationally qualify. And if the plan goes right, and if I am in contest shape at around 225 to 235 pounds, which I think is very possible. I'm 220 to 222 pounds now with boxing and eating hypocaloric for the last 2 years and not even focusing on bodybuilding since 2015. I think I can do some wonderful things even at the age of 39. And being that my hormones are being optimized by Hormone Health and Wellness, if you guys want to know about hormone health and wellness, again, message me on Instagram at Marc Lobliner. I will give you all their information. I'm also very excited that I have that third eye, man. I have Alex Kickle in my corner, and I actually talked to him about the boxing thing today. His email stated, and I'm paraphrasing, you know what? I would never stand between a man and his dreams, but you know what? The fact of the matter is you're burning a lot. It's exhausting you. We're having trouble recovering from training, and you could get hurt. Because like today, my hamstring's messed up. I tweaked it while I was boxing yesterday while I was sparring. I've been limping all day long. I still squatted through it, but I was limping all day long. And if I'm going to come and shock the world, I need to focus on hypertrophy and I need to focus on bodybuilding. And that's going to mean long, hard, volume-ridden sessions. Because keep in mind, for a lot of you guys, okay, you can get by with a 45-minute session, maybe even a 30-minute session. I'm 39 years old and I've done it all. For me to elicit growth, I need to overload the shit out of this body, especially with my genetics that recover so well. If I'm going to feed it, I got to use it. And I'm going to be in the gym. I'm going to be in the gym once to twice a day, every day. Be squatting every single day, and I'll be hitting the body. For those of you who ask me, hey, Marc, what's your body part split? Watch this vlog because it won't be able to be written down. A lot of it is off the cuff. A lot of it's how I feel. A lot of it is whatever. But if you want to know what I'm doing, you're just going to have to watch every single episode. And it pains me to say that I'm not going to be boxing anymore. I might hit the bag once a week. I'm not going to spar. And today I was at Pro Boxing Fitness with my kids. They were doing their session, and I was actually jumping rope. I was doing drills. I wasn't hitting bags because I'm a little, again, my hands, everything are sore from really, really hard, intense, very aggressive sparring. Luckily, Trey's the only one with blood. I just have my hamstring a little tweaked, but when you go in a hard sparring match, you need at least 3-4 days to recover, and I can't do that anymore. I need every day focus towards muscle growth, and bodybuilding. If I'm going to wow the world, if I'm going to make my way up to Masters Nationals and hopefully one day at the Olympia stage, standing next to my good friend Brandon Curry, who's, by the way, going to be my neighbor in about 15 days in North Carolina, literally lives 20 minutes from me, then I need to take it seriously. And also, I can't wait to move out there so I could train with him at Carbon Culture in Franklin. We're opening that up. Brandon and I are part of that gym. We're going to be working together to build it, to grow it alongside our good friends out there. It's going to be a great, great, great time. Our good friend Brent Laffey, he's going to be out there with us. So I'm focused, guys, and I actually was at the gym when I walked out. I didn't let my kids see it. A little tear dropped from my eye. Because I love boxing so much. I love it. I love the people. Jerry, Eric, Trey, everybody at that gym, they're family. You know, we know each other. We text each other. Mo, you know, my Arab Israeli ally. You know, we become family. And it's really hard for me to say goodbye to that. And the fact that I'm moving is one thing, but the fact that you know what? It is what it is. Last night at Campton, man. Like Campton United, after I had that meeting with Scotty and we talked, and then I talked to the director, Colbert, who's a good friend of mine. These guys are guys I traveled with. We coached tournaments together, and Colbert was like, man, I knew you were going to move, but I didn't know it would be this soon, and our house just sold sooner than we thought. So it's going to be hard. Like, I caught myself crying, cleaning out my house. Because there's so many memories here, and I traveled a lot. I'm not addicted. Like, this house isn't our house. Like, we didn't build it to our specifications like the one we have in Tennessee. I love this house. We tailored it to our needs. We built out, put 6+ figures into making it our own, but it's time to move on unless some other. This family who's buying our house is so wonderful. You know, a very kind, giving, caring family from what we could tell. And I can't wait for them to make their own memories in here. And a house is just walls. It's what goes on in those walls that is special. And we have such special kids. We have such a special life. And we've gone through some really horrible times in this house. But the last 3 years have been a fairy tale, a honeymoon. And I have nothing but amazing memories to think on. And the bad memories, when Katie and I had marital problems, those happened here too. I wouldn't mind swiping those under the rug and moving away, to be honest with you. Start over. Excuse me. Just like we did when we renewed our vows, sometimes it's good to start over. Get a fresh start, you know? I'm doing that in bodybuilding, you know? I'm getting away from NABA, which I thought was a great organization. I really appreciated being there. But I do think the pro show, I think that could have been the other way. I don't like the way it was run, but I wasn't my best. I wasn't my best. Why? Because I wasn't focused. Because the next week, I literally competed on Saturday. And the next week, on Wednesday, I was flying out to go film American Grit. My mind wasn't on the show. Like, I was too busy being Mr. Hollywood, right? Not anymore. It's time to focus on business, family, and bodybuilding. There's no TV shows. There's nothing. Business, family, bodybuilding. Not in that order. Family comes first. And family is business because we're a family business. So I went to the gym today with Katie. And I had a really good workout. Even though I was sore from sparring. Again, today I kind of realized I was limping on my hamstring. My body was fatigued. My brain was tired. And I was like, my tongue is still a little bit chewed up from the other day when I got punched. And I bit my tongue because I didn't close my mouth like I should have because the guy was quicker. Eric is fast. It was a good workout, man. So I did my squats. I only went up to 315. Remember, my hamstring's a bit wonky. I'm not good at 405. 135 for 5, 185 for 3, 225 for 2, 275 for 1, 315 for 1, 275 for 1, 225 for 2, 185 for 3, 135 for 5. That was my warm-up. After that, I did the T-bar rows, the landmine T-bar rows, which I absolutely love. I don't do them enough, but I will start doing them. I worked my way up from 2 plates to 4 plates to 5 plates to 6 plates. 6 plates, I believe I did whatever reps I did. After that, I did 5 plates for 5, 4 plates for 5, 3 plates for 5, 2 plates for 5, 1 plate for 5. Because you know what it is? You can't take a plate off without doing a rep. If you guys start doing that, just be sure to give me credit when the homies ask. After that, we did pull downs, 12 total sets. We did I think mid grip, wide grip, close grip in that order. So we did all 3 of those. After that, we did low rows, but we used the low row station, which I really like the squeeze. And with the ropes, I could bring it back and really squeeze the lats. I love the feeling. I love the fact you come further back and it's more of a free motion than with a bar. And after we did that, we moved on and we did TRX rows just to fatigue the back. And of course, later on, I went to the boxing studio and I did about 35, 40 minutes of jumping rope, which I've never done before, and I felt great doing it. And then I sparred with my kids. It was a great time. It was really fun. And it's how I want to remember boxing. My last time in a boxing ring for at least a year and a half probably is sparring with my kids. And that's what it's all about. And my kids as well, Fridays, they usually box. And I got to tell Eric about this because I don't want him to see this video first. But, you know, Fridays, you know, it's going to be 5 p.m. They usually have boxing. Not anymore. They've been training at Paradigm Performance. And when we move, we're just going to take them over to probably D1 where we live. It's D1's a facility or some other place, or I can train them myself. I found that at their age, it's time for me to step away as their coach, all right? Like, it's just the dynamic is getting all confounded and confused, and I need to be dad, and I need to let other experts who I trust in their ability train them. Now, I will still train them in strength. However, when it comes to on-the-field stuff, there are things that I am deficient in, and at their level, it's time to hand them off. And my ego is not bruised at all, but it's time to hand them off. It's time to let them be their own thing. And you know, just learning under daddy till you're 20 years old ain't the way to go. They got to learn to fend for themselves. They got to learn to be independent. And they're not going to do it with daddy watching over them and coaching them. I'm done coaching, them. At least Cammie, she's a bit old. And it's time for them to, cut the umbilical cord, man. So a lot of things going on in our life, a lot of crazy things. We're actually selling the minivan. As you know, I have a 2012 Honda Odyssey that we still have. It's our third car. I drive it occasionally. I love that car, but getting rid of that's kind of sentimental to me. It's paid off. But again, it's 10 G's, that 10 G's can earn interest anywhere. Like, I don't need the car. I'm literally have 10 G's sitting in the garage not making interest. Like, that's stupid. It's depreciating every day. Put those 10 G's in a bank, it'll appreciate. Like, right? Worst case scenario, put in a Discover savings account, earn 2%. That's safe, right? So it's been really crazy, guys. But, so I, again, just every episode, I want to give you a little update on Tracy and what's going on. I don't know if she watches these, but, again, if you can, Tracy Otto, you'll find her on Instagram. You'll find her on Facebook. If you guys can, and please, no trolling. She's been through more than any of us can imagine. Just say you're praying for her, or you're hoping she's having a great day, or tell her to smile. Just great things like that, because that's what we're aiming for here. Want to make people feel good. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk some shit. We're going to lift some heavy weights. We're going to win a pro card. But we're going to do this a little bit differently. I know a lot of people on YouTube hate me, and you think I'm disingenuous, and you think I'm not a real person. You think I'm a money-grubbing Jew. I get it. I've read the comments, guys. I know what goes through your head, and I don't blame you. There's a lot of fake shit going on social media, and I haven't earned your trust. For some reason, some things I've done in the past or some things I'm doing now aren't sitting well with you, and you're like, we don't trust that guy. And that's fine. I understand. There's a lot of people I don't trust I should probably trust. A lot of people I do trust that I probably shouldn't trust. So all I'm asking, I don't care if you like me. I don't care if you hate me. I don't care if you think I'm disingenuous. I don't care if you think I'm a pocket liner, as I've been called, or a dirty Jew, or whatever you guys want to call me. That's fine. I'm an American. It's your right. I believe in freedom of speech. Just sometimes I'll block things if they offend me, because there's democracy in America, First Amendment in America, but not on my channel. Whatever you want to think and say about me is fine. But just know that the purpose of this vlog, whether you believe it or not, is positivity. And it's showing you what I do for people who ask what I do. There is going to be some company promotion, because I believe in what I do. Like, you guys should have as much belief in what you do. The M, this, that, Tiger Fitness. Like, you should have enough belief in what you do that you can't stop talking about it either. Because that's called pride. Marc, you always talk about your kids. Yeah, they're my kids. Of course I do. Marc, you always talk about your businesses. They're my businesses. Of course I do. So that's where I'm at. All right. So tomorrow, oh man, it's going to be a crazy day. So I'm going to wake up. I'm actually going to do, I'm probably going to do my main workout in the morning. Or, you know what, I might just do squats and cardio. Just call it a day at that. And then we have to actually, Cammie and Thomas have practice. Cammie and Thomas have practice. Then we have to actually get the van, because we're shipping it. So it's going on a big truck to ship. So you got to take the van to a big parking lot so we can load it in and make the exchange, sign the papers, whatever. And then Cammie has a game an indoor game tomorrow. She's actually playing keeper, because both their keepers are either injured or sick. So, but Cammie, if you don't know about her keeper, oh, Marc, you're always talking about your kids. You're goddamn right I am. Cammie actually, 2 years ago, the keeper on her 05 MRL team, she broke her thumb. She was out for the season. Cammie stepped in as starting center mid, stepped in at keeper, gave up 3 goals all season, led them to an undefeated season and qualification at MRL, which is absolutely amazing. She's an amazing girl. She's an amazing girl. But anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Guys, appreciate you watching. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's at Marc Lobliner. Don't follow me on Twitter, it's at Marc Lobliner. Twitter, gotta warn you, I get political, I get raunchy, I tell people to shut the fuck up. It's a different Marc, but that's Twitter, and I love it. It's kind of fun for me. Instagram, I'm nice. Everything else, I'm nice, but not on Twitter. Anyway, guys, see you later. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Look who I ran into in LA.
It's good to
man.
meet you. I've been watching your videos a long time. Tell me about this protein bar.
So it's the Outright Bar, man. It's all natural ingredients, made with real food. None of that. You ever want to work out? You want just a little snack, a little bar before training, but you know the other bars might give you a gut bomb.
Right.
This is something that doesn't have any prebiotic fiber, no glycerin, no sugar alcohols. It's whole, real food.
That is a tasty bar.
Really?
It's easy to eat. It's not too chewy. Normally eat something like this with a big ass glass of milk. That's good.
So it's like a
That's really
cookie.
good. No, it's not good.
If you want, we also have the. Want to try the almond butter one while we're here?
Love to.
All right. So
That's
this
a
is
badass bar.
This is made with almond butter, Steve.
That's a winner too.
Really?
He's badass. Good protein bars. Where can people find these?
Well, they can find it at many retail stores. You can find it at tigerfitness.com.
2 badass protein bars. So they get 2 double middle fingers up from Stone Cold Steve Austin, and that's the bottom line.